Dan Harvison, Butch Pond, Lance Johnson.
Any other business? Any other business? Sheriff?
I need clarification. There's not a chair selected for the jail law enforcement yet, right?
That's correct.
So I guess I would ask those that represent, am I to understand you all, I don't know who you all are.
Who's on the jail committee?
Lance, I think you're on, and Pat,
Here
okay.
the-
Is it my understanding then I should facilitate for our next meeting, which is going to be a pretty good one, evidently, robust. You want me to get the players involved from the cities and everybody to have that discussion at the meeting about the jail fee ordinance? Is that what I understood? Was that the proposal?
Point of clarification, no, mine was you all have the meeting first and then whatever the information or the conclusion or the summary.
Bring it to the committee.
What I
Then bring
find
it to the
out, I
committee.
would present?
Sure.
Is that the pleasure?
Can we?
I can do that.
JP
Can
Lemming?
we,
JP Lemming?
sorry,
Go ahead, JP Lemming.
can we know when your meetings are so we can come to them with the mayors?
Sure. I'll notify the, are you talking about jail law enforcement or the entire court?
Whenever you meet with the mayors.
Notify the entire court? Okay, I'll do that.
JP Jenkins?
I just wanted to reiterate that the mayors are waiting to hear from you, and the deputies and the chiefs in the county they're waiting for a meeting, and that was one of the main concerns that they had, was that they didn't have a seat at the table to talk about this fee and what that would mean. So I don't know if it was, a couple were under the understanding that they were supposed to have a meeting before this came to court. So I don't.
That's why I got referred to a committee.
Okay. So, thank you.
JP Bowman?
Judge, after my visit with the people in Springdale, I asked them if they would come to our meeting and so we could all hear their input, because I heard a lot of ideas I'd not thought of before from them, and it really helped my perspective about this entire situation. So I'd really like to have this done, Sheriff, here with the whole group, so we can all hear their input. Is that inappropriate?
I don't care. I'm just trying to get direction. I'm fine. Why don't I facilitate a meeting, pre-meeting, and then I'll invite, I think Springdale's who you're referring to the actual jail law enforcement meeting to discuss those particulars. But then we've got other issues, perhaps on the bond issue. Do you all that have not been seated on the court, would you like for me to have bond counsel, who basically could have explained a lot of that, but he was cut short the meeting that he was here? I can have him there. I can have the man that did our needs assessment study done to explain rationale and justification. Do you want them at that meeting?
You guys want to have a long one?
We gotta eat this elephant one bite at a time.
know.
I don't know that we can digest a year's worth of work in one meeting, sir. I don't know the answer, but.
I know that we've got
What
to
is the
start the
date?
educational
Let me ask,
process.
what is the date that we have set for the jail committee
It's the
meeting?
11th, maybe? I'm not sure.
Do we have that? I don't have it in front of me. February 11th. So and Sheriff, your pleasure. I think the committee, it could be a long meeting. I think having any meetings prior to the committee meeting, then you have the extra work of making sure that you notify media and all this type of thing. So whatever work you can do and then bring to the body may help, I guess, shrink some of the time frame. Otherwise, you're going to have 2 or 3 items on your agenda for, again, brevity. And I think if February 11th is the date, how do you work through, can I meet with mayors and have some of that discussion? Can I get some players? And then what can I share at the meeting? And then whoever those guests
I'll
are.
have that meeting prior to. I know that we've got to start the educational process.
That's right.
The get-to-know-you process. But we've got multiple issues on that bond issue. One's our radio infrastructure and that part of it. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, I tell you what, I'll just run with it, and I'll have whoever there, and you can listen however long you want, and then we'll cut it off and set it for another meeting. But I will for sure have the pre-meeting with our cities and kind of run by what your ordinance looks like, and then if they have any input prior to that meeting.
good.
I just don't know who my chair is. Normally, I would just address my chair and ask what they want, so.
JP Jenkins.
Just one more quick thing. I would love for you to give us a formal presentation or emergency management at some point soon on the radio systems. I found that very intriguing whenever we did our tour of the Washington County Jail, and I feel like the whole court should see what you've got going on there. I know that will be coming, it was tabled, so it's going to be coming before us sooner or later.
Yeah.
So,
So we'll just start it at that meeting, and then we'll see how it goes.
Thank
Okay?
you.
All right.
Thank you, Sheriff Helder.
Thank you all.
Any other business? No further business? Quorum court is closed. Business over.